So the fish market has been around since 1933. The guy that owns it now has owned it since the early 60s, Johnny Yokoyama. And that's really kind of when this fish market, the evolution kind of occurred to what it is today. That's kind of when the fish began to fly, was back in the early 60s when Johnny took over. Yeah, it's been kind of a staple of Seattle really ever since then. But the throwing of the fish was never really popular till the mid-'80s when the Goodwill games came to Seattle and the world media kind of descended on Seattle and the market. And they set up right in front of our shop. And there was all this media from around the world that showed up, and they saw us throwing fish, and we've been throwing fish.
Rainbow!
Double rainbow! One, two. We've been throwing fish like that for 20 years. Nobody cared. Of course, all the TV cameras showed up in the 80s for the Goodwill games, and they saw it, and they thought it was really cool, and that's kind of when it kind of took off. Time Magazine did a piece on the flying fish after that, and kind of just started snowballing. Probably the biggest show we've ever done is Oprah. I mean, that woman is like, she's everywhere. So I guess Oprah's got to be like the biggest, but probably one of the biggest awards we ever won was a Guinness Book of World Records for throwing fish. So I believe it was 31 one-handed grabs in 60 seconds. We did that back in Germany in front of the Guinness Book of World Records board. But that's probably our biggest award. So we are traditional fishmongers. We are retailers. We're like a butcher is to a rancher or to a farmer. So we actually are not the guys that are going out there and catching the fish. We are here 12 hours a day buying fish and selling fish and preparing it for customers to take home with them. So we have a huge network of fishermen and women that we buy from. Comes from all up and down the Pacific Northwest. It's the last thing that we hunt for. So you need a lot of people out there and a lot of boats out there catching this stuff, because oftentimes there are people that go out there and catch fish or don't catch fish. So you got to have a big network of people you buy from, because one person might go out and catch 100 pounds of fish. Another person might go out and catch 1,000 pounds, and they both need different prices for what they caught that day. So you got to have a pretty big network of people. We buy everything off of what you would call a day boat, which is a boat that goes out. They're smaller boats. A boat that goes out that day, comes back with its catch and offloads, versus the much larger, bigger commercial trip boats that will go out for several days, fill up their tanks, and then come back and offload. So pretty much a lot of what we sell here is out of the water, maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, versus something you might see at a grocery store where it might be the boat that's out catching the fish might be out at sea for 3 days, 4 days before they even return to offload their stuff. I think of Pike Place Fish, our fish market, as the greatest team in the world. Like Seahawks good, New York Yankees good. Like this team we are a legit team, man. It's a family, and we think, given what we do, we're the best in the world at what we do. We really take care of our customers. We hustle, we're hard workers. We work 12 hours a day. We got kids, we got wives, and man, we're rock stars here at work 12 hours a day, and then we're rock stars at home when we get home at night after a 12-hour day, man. We love what we do. We love Seattle. We feel like we're a part of this city, like the Seahawks are, or the Mariners, or what the Space Needle. Like,
it's my job, man. It's my job.
We're not going to get rich doing what we're doing, but we feel like we're a part of what Seattle is, and that makes a difference for me every day when I come to work. I can tell you the number one oldest profession, and the number one, and then we're number two.
What's number one? Catching the fish?
No. The oldest profession in the world? Oh, I shouldn't say it on camera.
It's fine. It's great. It works great.
I think it's prostitution.
Oh, yeah.